West Coast's premier podcast network.
Hi, this is Mama G. I have my PhD in parental household discipline. Whatever you have in your household, I probably raised it, taught it, loved it, spanked it, punished it, and definitely prayed over it.
The West Coast's premier podcast network.
Good evening, everyone. This is Ask Mama G at World Tune Radio TV, and we are apologizing for being late this evening. We had a lot of difficulty with the internet and computers and all that technical stuff, but we got it together. This is our Thanksgiving show this evening. But tonight I have a black tablecloth on my table because I'm in mourning for the three positive young men who were killed at the University of Virginia. How could this happen? How could three young men who played football on a bus coming home from a field trip get shot by an ex football player because of some grievances he had in the school? That wasn't right. What makes these young people think that they can shoot people and get away with it and think that everything is going to be okay? They're going to come back alive. It's a misunderstanding, or I had a mental block. Life is too precious for that. I am mourning for those mothers because I remember losing my son suddenly. One day, he was on his way to camp. I got that call that evening and he was gone. The players' names are Deshaun, uh, Deshaun, Deshaun Perry, Lavelle Davis Jr., Devin Chandler, all of whom played football at the school. It's just awful. It's just awful how these boys had positive lives and they're taken right away. Over what? And the young man said he had a gun, but the authorities just had a watch on him. No, if someone says they have a gun, pick them up, get them out of the area, because the lives are dependent on us to move quickly. Yeah, you hear that they have a gun, get them out of the way. Pick them up, get the gun away. Yes, because three lives, three positive lives are gone. For what? Nothing. Nothing. They're gone. Oh, Jesus, please help these parents. Those kids are gone and they'll never come back. They won't have any futures of being responsible adults. Please, Jesus, help those mothers. I know the feeling of losing a child. So please, Jesus, help them. Help those fathers who've helped those boys. Help the teachers that's helped those boys. Help the community heal, Lord. Please, Jesus. In Jesus' name we pray that you help this family. Please, Jesus. Amen. That was my sidebar for this evening. I'm not going to apologize for getting emotional because you don't want to join this club. You don't want to join this club of waking up, telling your children you love them, and then at the end of the day, you don't have them anymore. That is a club that no one needs to join. No one should want to join this club. But we have to be strong and take courage and help one another through this trial. We have to. We have to help those who are mourning their students who are dying. We have to. Now, two other students are in the hospital recovering. One is in serious condition, and the other one is in some sort of stable condition. be in prayer for those families. Now, let's get back to Thanksgiving. We have to be thankful for everything that we have. Be thankful that you're breathing another day and you can start your life over again the next 24 hours. Let's read about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a federal holiday in the United States celebrated on the fourth Thursday of November. It is sometimes called American Thanksgiving outside of the United States to distinguish from Canada holiday of Thanksgiving, the same name and related celebrations in their regions. It originated as the day of Thanksgiving and Harvest Festival, with their originating the holiday, the theme evolving around giving thanks and the centerpiece of Thanksgiving celebrations remaining Thanksgiving dinner. The dinner traditionally consists of the turkey, mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes, stuffing, squash, corn, green beans, cranberries, typically in sauce, and pumpkin pie. Other Thanksgiving customs include charitable organizations offering Thanksgiving dinner for the poor, attending religious services, watching parades, and viewing football games. In the American culture, Thanksgiving is regarded in the beginning of the fall winter holiday. Now, Thanksgiving has been celebrated nationally on and off since 1789 with a proclamation by President George Washington after a request by the Congress. Do you know what president chose not to celebrate Thanksgiving? It was Thomas Jefferson. President Abraham Lincoln in 1863 proclaimed a national day of Thanksgiving and praise to our Father who dwelt in heaven, calling on the American people to also, with their humble penance for our national preservation and disobedience, fervently imploring the interruption of the land, no, Almighty hand, to heal the wounds of the nation. Huh. Well, Lincoln declared it for the last Thursday in November. Now, let's look at some of the parades. Since 1924 in New York City, the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade is held annually every Thanksgiving Day from the Upper West Side of Manhattan to Macy's flagship store in Herald Square and televised nationally by NBC. The parade features parade floats with large themes and performances from Broadway musicals, large balloons of cartoon characters, TV personalities, and high school marching bands. The float that traditionally ends the Macy Parade is Santa Claus float, and the arrival of which is in an unofficial sign, the beginning of the Christmas season. It is billed as the world's largest parade. But there's also a lot of parades that go around the country. Missouri Thanksgiving Day Parade, America's Hometown Thanksgiving Parade in Plymouth, Massachusetts, the Belt Carolina Carousel Parade in Charlotte, North Carolina, Celebrate the Season Parade, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, First Light Federal Credit Union Sun Bowl Parade in El Paso, Texas. HEB Holiday Parade, Houston, Texas. Chicago Thanksgiving Parade, Chicago, Illinois. Santa Claus Parade, Pinona, Illinois. The nation's largest dating 1887 and held the day after Thanksgiving. Parade del Oso Carinos Thanksgiving Parade, Fountain Hills, Arizona. The UBS Parade Spectacular, Stanford, Connecticut, held the Sunday before Thanksgiving, so it doesn't directly compete with the Macy's Parade 30 miles away. So we have many parades and celebrations for Thanksgiving. But now let's read about how some of the settlers came to the rescue of the pilgrims. Do you know there was a winter storm and everybody was getting sick? And so the native Indians felt compassion for the pilgrims. And it was 53 pilgrims that attended the first harvest. But because the winter was so bad, the Native American Indian taught the pilgrims how to grow corn and eel in their first harvest. That was something to behold. How these people who had compassion for people who came over to their land. So we need to be thankful to the Native American who saved some of those people who came over here. So they had their first harvest. And it was the American Native Indian that helped the pilgrims, not the other way around. The Native Indian helped the pilgrims. So they were what you call the compassionate Samaritan people that they have in the Bible. You know how it says in the Bible that two people walked by this man who was beaten up, and then one person, the last person, the Good Samaritan, came over and picked him up and took him to the inn and told the innkeeper to take care of him till I get back. Well, the native Indian saw that these people were dying of disease and they helped them in their first harvest. That's compassion. And that's what we need to have. Now, did you know there's some Thanksgiving music? There's a hymn of Thanksgiving written in 1899, composed and written by Fanny Crosby and Ira D. Stokely. Alice Restaurant, a song by Arlo Guthrie on his 1967 album Alice Restaurant, based on a true incident in his life that began Thanksgiving Day, 1965. Then there's a song called Bless This House, a song composed and written by Mary Brake and Helen Taylor. Come Eat Thanksgiving, People, Come, an English hymn written by Henry Alford. For the Beauty of the Earth, an English hymn written by Follett Stanford Pinpoint. Hold My Music by Shirley Caesar. Now thank we all our God, a hymn of the German origin written by Martin Reinhardt. Thanksgiving, a song by George Winston on his album 1982. The Thanksgiving Song, sung by Adam Sandler on his album They All Going to laugh at you. Thanksgiving Day Parade, a song written by Dan Byrne on his album New American Language. A Thanksgiving Day song by Ray Davis on his album Other People Live. We Gather Together, a hymn of the Dutch origin written by Arius Vallis. We plow the fields and scatter, a hymn of German origin written by Matthias Claudius. So we have some songs concerning Thanksgiving. It's a wonderful day. You get around the table, you hold hands, you thank God that you've seen this holiday, and please put on your Sunday best. Don't come to the table with jeans and just a t-shirt. If that's all you had, I understand that. But for those families who are able to change clothes, let's go to the dinner in your Sunday best, like we used to, parents. Don't let the kids say, "Well, Mom, I don't want to dress up." No, dress up. Sit at the dining room table with sense. Comb your hair, shave your beard. Come to the table looking decent. That's what we do in our community. Thanksgiving, we get up, we get cleaned, we get a shower, we get a haircut, we get our hair done, because this is a special day of Thanksgiving. You have to remember, historically, we weren't allowed to get dressed up because we always worked the field. So on Thanksgiving was one of the special days that the owners would allow us to get dressed up. And on Sundays, that's why a lot of people on Sundays, especially in the community, dress up because their ancestors weren't allowed to dress up. We were plowing, picking corn, raking the ground, planting seeds, planting anything, Monday through Friday. We were in the dirt, in the ground, building, planting, whatever we had to do for the owner. So on Sundays and special holidays, that's when we were able to get showered up and look nice. So that's what we need to do now. Teach our teach our children that we dress up neatly and look nice because of our ancestry. They weren't allowed to do it only on special occasions. So we need to take care of that and do that all the time. If there's a special occasion, a holiday, we need to get dressed in our best. We need to get dressed in our best. Let me say that again. On a special holiday, we need to get dressed in our best. So I just want to say that we need to come together and be thankful to God that we are alive and well, and we can do what we are supposed to do as responsible parents and adults. Thanksgiving. I'm going to take my first break. I'll be back. Hi, this is Mama G. I have my PhD in parental household discipline. Whatever you have in your household, I probably raised it, taught it, loved it, spanked it, punished it, and definitely prayed over it.
The West Coast's premier podcast network.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Media Makers, and this is Chris. And what we do here is make media, not that TikTok stuff, dope stuff like this. And this. We've done everything from flyers to music videos, songs to films, commercials to tap dances. We make media basically everywhere. And what we want to do is teach you how to make media. Not just teach you how to make media, but teach you to make dope media. We offer all types of programs, and the goal is accessibility. Accessibility. We don't want your creativity to be hindered, so we invest in state-of-the-art technology to make sure that your dream gets out of your head and onto the camera. I've been teaching media for over 10 years, and I've seen the stuff that y'all make. I'm not impressed. You need my help. I've had lots of talented students come in and out of this studio, and now I want you to be our next great media maker. We're gonna flip off to something. We've got on-campus programs, after-school programs, internships, summer camps, space rentals, equipment rentals. What more do you need to make some dope stuff? Let me know and we might get it for you. As a functioning production studio, we got clients coming in and out, and you will be a part of that production process. We put you in the driver's seat. At Media Makers, you make the media. It's all student curated, baby. For more information, go to www.mediamakers.org. Follow us on Instagram at MediaMakers.org.
This is Studio A. It features a 200 square foot soundstage and a 12 by 10 foot cyc wall. 10 programmable RGB LED lights allow you to fully customize your backdrop and create the perfect look for your production. It's used for podcasts, live streams, films, and music videos. This space is as dope as it gets. Click the link in the description below for prices and packages. Studio B is a sound-treated, open-air vocal booth, utilized for music and audio production. Boasting a custom-built equipment specifically designed for the space, our in-house engineers can isolate the drop of a pin. Our patrons enjoy private sessions and amenities such as snacks, beverages, TV, and free Wi-Fi. Come vibe with us and make some beautiful music. Click the link in the description below for prices and packages.
Push through. Set the pace.
Others will follow. I'm a res runner.
I'm a res runner. I'm a res runner.
Why do I run?
For life. For life.
For life.
It's not where you're from, but where you've been. It's where you're going. Where you've been can make a difference in where you are headed. Sometimes you don't know where you're headed. But every once in a while, your future finds you. It's a fight. Nobody said it's gonna be easy. You gotta fight back and keep fighting. He's furious. He's confident. He's El Rooster. Some believe that fortune favored the bold. But what if you were born with it? What if you grew up without want or need? What would you want?
I want to win.
Winning takes everything. Body, heart, and mind. You must become something else. A warrior. Strike first and strike again. Battle tested, hardened by fire. So again, I ask, what will you want? What would you need?
To be number one.
Hi, this is Mama G. I have my PhD in parental household discipline. Whatever you have in your household, I probably raised it, taught it, loved it, spanked it, punished it, and definitely prayed over it.
The West Coast's premier podcast network.
I'm back. I hope you had a nice break. So did I. Let's talk about turkey partying. The President of the United States had received Thanksgiving turkey every year since 1873. For the first 41 years, the turkey was provided by the Wesley, Rhode Island turkey kingpin, Horace Voss. In 1947, in what began as a lobbying ploy to get President Harry Truman to stop rationing turkeys for the foreign aid, the National Turkey Federation has presented the President of the United States with one live turkey and two dressed turkeys in a ceremony known as the National Thanksgiving Turkey Presentation. John F. Kennedy was the first president to report it to spare the turkey given to him. He said he does not plan to eat the bird, and by the 1970s, most of the turkeys were being sent to a petting zoo, while the dressed turkeys were usually sent to a charity such as Martha's Table. Some legends date the origin of parting turkeys to the Harry Truman administration or even Abraham Lincoln parting his son's Christmas turkey. Both stories have been quoted in more recent presidential speeches, but neither has any evidence in the presidential record. Most recent years, two turkeys have been pardoned. In the case of the original turkey becomes unavailable for presidential pardon. George H. Bush made the turkey pardon a permanent annual tradition upon assuming the presidency in 1989, a tradition that was possibly inspired in part by joke his predecessor, Ronald Reagan, had cracked during the 1987 presentation and has been carried by every president in each year. So that's how the pardon started. Now, giving thanks. You know, Thanksgiving was founded as a religious observance for all members of the community to give thanks to God for a common purpose. In 1541, Thanksgiving Mass was held at the Spanish explorer Francisco Vázquez del Coronado and his expedition of 1,500 men at Palo Duro Canyon in what is today the Texas Panhandle. Thanksgiving took place after the victory in 1777, the Battle of Saratoga during the Revolutionary War. Isn't that interesting? The tradition of giving thanks to God is continued today in many forms, most notably in the attendance of religious services as well as the saying of mealtime prayer before Thanksgiving dinner. Many houses of worship offer Thanksgiving. At home, it is a holiday tradition in many families to begin the Thanksgiving dinner by saying grace, a prayer before or after a meal. The custom is portrayed in the photograph, family holding hands, praying before a Thanksgiving meal. Before praying is a common practice during the dining table for each person to tell one reason they're thankful to God that year. That's what we need to do. That's a wonderful idea. Gather around in a circle and each person says a sentence of why they're thankful. That's teaching your children to give reverence and thanks to God. Because we're here to teach our children that God is the ultimate person that we need to love and honor. He gave us our parents. He gave us what we need to survive. And if we follow him, he will make life bearable. He will give you strength to walk through any situation. So at Thanksgiving, gather around in a circle and let everybody have one sentence of why they are thankful. That's what we need to do. And right now, my producer is going to show you some pictures that I took while I was away. So I think the first pictures are of my son and Christian playing. Then there's some pictures of Veterans Day at Army Navy Academy. And then there's pictures of Mike Levin, his wife. I was invited to the victory party for Congressman Mike Levin. Total surprise. I guess when you have a podcast, people want to see you and know you. And then my nephew and my son were guest musicians at Second Missionary Baptist Church Women's Day here in Oceanside. So I had a wonderful, busy weeks. It was a total blessing to be thought of, to be invited to these events. At Army Navy Academy, they had Veterans Day, and the new general is a woman, and her name is Mrs. Combs. She is a colonel general. I think that's how you say that. But I'm sorry, major general. That's who she is. And she's the first woman president of a century-old boys' school. Army and Navy Academy is over 100 years old. And this is the first time in history that they have a lady being in charge of the all-boys school. She's a wonderful, wonderful leader. Wonderful leader. Lovely lady. Personality plus. And so she is the first woman president of the all-boys school, Army and Navy Academy in Carlsbad, California. But now we're going to do my favorite thing, is we're going to do birthday shout outs. This month's birthdays: Jeff Mays, Tanisha McCullough, Michelle Mosley, Beverly Smith, Ron Mitchell, Danny Rogers Jr., Tina Clark Livingston, Rachel Brooks, Catherine Rodriguez, Karen Randall, Roy Oliver, Gwendolyn Davis, Katie Underwood, Philip Moore, and Nicole Bolden. I pray to God that you have another year of prosperity and good health, that God will bless you to give you another year of whatever you need, because birthdays are special and some are not having them anymore. So please celebrate your birthday. You are a November baby, so celebrate it well. And this holiday, remember, drinking and driving is a no-no. Get a Uber driver. Get a taxi. Some places they may give you free rides like the Coaster or the trolley in San Diego. Please do not drink and drive. Please do not do that. It's terrible to die in a car accident. You're driving along and you have no idea that your life can be gone in an instant. So please do not drink and drive. Be safe out there. It's getting colder. Be safe. Wear your sweaters. Wear your jackets. Don't stay out late. Get a designated driver if you want to go party. Somebody has to be sober. Let's take care of each other. Let's take the time to celebrate, be grateful, be thankful, and just have a wonderful time. I hope to see you soon. Oh, by the way, the Progressive Baptist District Usher and Health Ministry is having a Christmas luncheon fellowship at the El Camino Country Club, December 17th. I'll give you more information on my next show, but seats are limited. If you want to go, I will give you some information on Facebook, and you can read about it on Facebook. And seats are limited, but they're going to have a wonderful time at the country club. And the menu is going to be turkey and dressing, yams, greens, corn muffins, and a surprising dessert. So, and the price is $20 donation. So that's what's happening in the community. And I know everybody went to go see that new Black Panther movie. I hope it was worth the money. My son went to see it and he enjoyed it. So it's Wakanda Forever. I understand it's a wonderful movie and the legacy lives on. So go see the movie, support this movie. It's for us in the community. We had an Oscar-winning costume designer who designed the Black Panther movie. So go see the movie and be inspired. I want to thank you for being loyal followers to the Ask Mama G show. We've had an interesting year. We've had guests this year. We've had candidates this year that are running for officers. So we've had an interesting year, and we hope and pray that we can have another interesting year next in 2023. Can you believe it? It's going to be 2023 in about a month and a half. This is November. We got 31 more days in December, and then January 1st of 2023 will happen. So write down the things that you want to do in 2023. It's a wonderful thing to write down what you want to do. And then you check that list. Check that list of what you want to do and ask God to help you succeed in that list. But remember, young people, it's not worth shooting someone. I'm back on this topic again. It's not worth taking someone's life. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. Your life is ruined. The people that you killed, they're never coming back to their family. You're lost in the system. You may die in prison. So what good came out of killing? Nothing. Ask God to control your temper. And it says in his word, he'll give you self-control if you believe in him and ask him for guidance. Young people, you cannot do things on the whim of your emotions. Ask God to give you the fruit of the Spirit: long-suffering, patience, kindness. Those are some of the fruits of the Spirit. Get that basic instructions before leaving earth and read them. Read them. Let that word dwell in your body so when things come up like that, you can rely on him to help you in your situations, not get a gun. But it's time for me to go because the holidays are coming. And I want to give you some advice before we go. Ladies, you know the football games will be on Thanksgiving. And you know, some of the stores now are open. This is a secret for those wives. Feed them good, put that food in front of them and let them watch TV. And you go out and find those Thursday, Black Friday sales and get home by the end of the third quarter. So when the game is over, you'll be home. So time yourself, but make sure that you have all of his favorite foods and you can go do what you have to do and catch those sales and then come home by the end of the third quarter. That's the secret. Come home by the end of the third quarter. So when the game is over and he has that honeydew list for you to do, you're there. But you have a happy Thanksgiving. May God bless you and keep you is my prayer. I hope to see you in December. My first show, I'll post that for you soon. It could be the second Sunday in December, but I'll let you know. You have a wonderful evening and God bless. Bye-bye.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shine.